You are now listening to the Basic and Boujie podcast.
And we're live.
And we have a guest.
Favorite episodes.
All right, let me do what I'm told. Let me do what I was told to do. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Wait, I messed it up.
He's walking away.
I was ready.
Perfect. Hired. There is now 3 people on this podcast. So it is. Please remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Now we're ready.
Ready. It's official now.
Also, we have a beautiful. I don't know where I put the bottle. We'll insert a photo. Some beautiful, amazing tasting champagne from where?
Austria.
Not that local
Not
shit.
that local shit.
Not
Not
that
that
local
local shit. Cheers to a good
Cheers.
chef.
Ching ching.
Ching, ching.
Actually, in Austria they say Prost
Prost. Oh, I like
Prost.
that.
because that's cheers
Prost.
in German.
Prost.
Yes.
I like it.
Doesn't sound
Any
intimidating.
guest
Like
that makes me feel fancier,
Yeah.
you're always welcome, because now I feel extra fancy,
Thank
extra
you.
bougie.
Yeah. And this glass
I
is
love
like
it.
pinky up friendly, so it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. It's appropriate.
Tell the people who you are.
Oh yes. So I am Tiffany Tavares. I'm so happy to be here with you. Like I
so
feel
happy
very
that you're
honored.
here.
I'm a little nervous.
No, don't be
Oh my God,
nervous.
my feelings.
Don't be nervous.
It's all good.
All good things, all good things. I feel like I know you because I've heard so many good things about you through Jos.
Oh.
So it's
I say
already
good
like,
things.
it's already a good vibe.
Hold on, you're gonna have me crying in my little German bubbles.
Your fancy bubbles.
Fancy bubbles.
Not local bubbles. We don't cry in local bubbles.
No,
Not
we don't
local.
cry. No.
Absolutely not. The peasantry of it all. Absolutely not.
The peasantry. I need to figure out how to insert that word into my vocabulary more often.
Oh, just throw it in there. I throw it in there all the time.
all the time.
peasantry.
The peasantry.
Peasantry.
I think you can make it flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna insert it to this conversation
I
at one
believe
point.
it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Please do.
My new term is gallivanting in the ghetto. When I
Oh, okay.
That's the name. Is that the name of your album you said or no? I don't.
coming soon, dropping
Coming
soon.
soon. What?
I was like, I wanted some Chinese food, and I wanted. For me, I always feel like the best Chinese food is from the neighborhood you grow up in, and I like me some dirty Chinese food. I don't like the clean Chinese food, like under the L or Philly or Highland Park.
Let's clarify
Right.
the word dirty Chinese food, please.
Like in a dirty area of the city.
Okay.
So, you know, you
She
pull
doesn't
up.
mean
you
unwashed
know-
vegetables. She's
Right.
crazy.
Wash the chicken. Wash the chicken.
If it's chicken.
If it's chicken.
Ayo. I can't.
This
You shouldn't
whole-
have given me access to the buttons. That's the issue.
No, it's one of those places you pull up, you leave somebody in the car, make sure the car is running, because anything could happen. You might have to hop in the car.
This is correct.
Right, so I was off of somewhere in Highland Park to get my Chinese food, but I watched something on Facebook and they had said gallivanting in the ghetto, and I was like, I am gallivanting in the ghetto for this Chinese food. It just feels like me. It just feels like something that I would.
I wish you had recorded all of that.
Oh, it was a whole production.
Could be the material for your first music video.
It could
Yeah.
have been. It
Yeah.
could have been.
The
'Cause
intro to it.
A
Yeah, that's
whole minivan pulled up in the front with reggaeton on blast. I'm yelling at the lady trying to place my order because his van
Someone's
is on the
definitely yelling.
curb.
Someone's definitely yelling.
There's
Yes.
just a random, maybe homeless, maybe not guy in the Chinese store eating his food, minding his business. There's always a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
I love
What
I love
activity.
stuff like that because I'm a
That is
people
true.
watcher, so it's just
Yeah.
it's my thing.
You could have just stayed there too.
I could have.
They would have wondered about you.
Actually, you know what? I'm just throwing this idea out there. You can record on site.
We could.
We could.
We could. We might need security, but we could absolutely, and it could be called gallivanting in the ghetto.
I
Yeah.
like it.
We could record right in front of Porky's Point. That'd be great.
That is
Yeah.
perfect spot.
We get some good food.
No
You can
comment.
only have totones.
That's it.
That's all you can have. You can
And
have
what are you
Okay,
frying
you know
them
what?
in?
If you actually have that there, I would be there.
Okay.
I'll be just in the corner, just like
real quick.
that.
For those of you who don't know what Porky's Point is, it's in North Philly. It has the best of the best of the best food.
Yes, it will be a John of the week.
It will
on
absolutely be
on
a
our
John of the week.
Instagrams.
Just
Yeah.
just go when the sun is up. That's all.
That's it.
Do you
Leave somebody in the car running again.
technical situation? Like, do you take nominations for John of the Week from your listeners and watch? Like, what? How does
We
this work?
could. We could. So we just started
Okay.
because we know there are a lot of stereotypical Philly things, right? Like the cheesesteaks and the soft
Right.
pretzels and the water ice. But then there are things like Bus a Yui,
Right.
which is a U-turn, right? There is I'm a Tap Mac. 'Cause that's you're going to the ATM machine to withdraw some
Wait, say that again.
money.
I'm sorry. What happened?
Tap Mac.
Tap Mac.
Tap Mac.
I was like,
Were
I
you
don't know
born in
him.
Philly?
Oh no, I was not.
Okay, see? So it
I was
works.
like, what's happening? What does that
Right.
mean? Okay.
And I didn't realize that until I think I might have been in New York or Atlanta or something. I was like, damn, I got to tap Mac. And somebody was like, what do you have to tap who? Somebody got to fight? Like, what's happening? I'm like, no, I have to go to
We
the
have to burn
ATM
your body?
to
What's happening?
withdraw.
Who's Mac? What did he do to you?
What he do? What's the problem? Where he
Exactly.
live? No, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I said, no, I have to
fine.
get cash out of those machine things. They're like
Mac.
an ATM. I'm like, yeah. If you look on the back of your card, there's a Mac logo on there somewhere,
That is
probably.
Money
That
Access
was
Center.
yes, Money Access
I
Center.
feel
It
like
was
I
the
need-
original
I need like a
term.
little
Yeah.
guide, a little John guide.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming
We
soon.
can work on that.
We're coming soon. And whatever you need, it's coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Yes.
I had the same kind of situation when I went to Texas for the first time years ago, and I asked for water, and the waitress was like,
what kind of wood would
"What?"
you like?
I said, water,
Hickory, water, pine, little spruce, little walnut.
water," and the girl with
We
me
don't
was
sell
like,
that here.
"Water."
Water.
She's like,
Excuse her,
"Say it
she's
like
from
this,
Philly."
what water?" And I'm like, I feel like I asked for water, and we said the same
Right.
thing, but okay.
Tomato,
Yeah.
tomato.
Yeah.
But I like that she was trying to correct you when she knew exactly what you were saying.
Yes,
that's
just
irritating.
trying to help me.
Versus like, oh, that's really funny. Say it this way, like, whatever. Making like a opportunity to connect with someone.
Yes.
Versus like, I'm better than you because
Right.
you don't know what water is.
Like, who raised you? Water.
I know.
Water.
Gallivanting in the ghetto.
Probably ordered that from Porky's Point.
Probably. That's where she get the water from. Porky's
Goodness.
Point.
No tostones for her.
No.
Más caliente. That's what that is.
This.
All right.
All right, what are we jumping into? You have questions?
We are jumping into.
I'm a little nervous. You see the abundance of notes.
This is our texting back and forth.
This is just some
Okay.
texting.
Okay. Oh my
This is
goodness.
how we talk all the time. So we had talked about finding your tribe was a huge thing for us. How you find your people, right?
Right.
Finding your tribe. I think with a lot of similarities that we have, differences, it brings this group of women, right? Sometimes men, but mostly women, finding your tribe, bringing us together. So a little backstory. I met Tiffany when she was on stage somewhere
Oh, so fancy. Fancy.
receiving an
I want
award.
all future guests to interact with
Yes,
these buttons the
please.
way Tiffany does.
It's a
That's
missed
all I'm gonna say.
opportunity.
Yeah. So your story, what you were saying, I mean, I was just like,
Aw.
that's me. I can relate, and I had never felt that connection to someone that was receiving an award for in the industry that I was in. So I started to stalk you a little bit.
In the most loving way possible.
Yes. And then we had some mutual friends who helped to make that happen. And then we met, and I have not been able to get enough of you since because you are hilarious. You are smart. You are Latina. And yeah, it was a love fest, honestly, for me. And I didn't realize what kind of a mentor I needed at that time. And then you appeared. So my tribe started to form a couple years ago.
No pressure. No pressure.
That's so beautiful.
The captain of her tribe. Is she the captain of your
I
tribe?
love it.
Probably.
First of all, I can't, but I will. No, I remember. First of all, I remember your expression, like it was of sincere shock, and it was shock of like, oh my goodness, it's possible to meet someone that speaks your language. It's possible to meet somebody that's open to meeting me, and that actually, the way that I describe it, I remember it's like, I'm sure I've heard you guys talk about this on prior episodes, bad bosses, and the like. But
Thank you for supporting our podcast by listening to previous episodes.
subscribe,
Thank you.
Thank you.
hit that button. She said.
That's why she's the third member.
Yeah.
Just like
can't.
that.
I
Just
can't.
like
That's
that.
it's easy as that.
But and so I remember the way that describe the first manager I had, just to kind of bring it back a little bit, the first manager I ever had, I say that the reason she had impacted me so much, not because of, you know, her advocacy for me, the fact that she cared, I said it's the first time I've ever worked for someone that actually made me feel seen.
Okay.
Right. And I think that I always tell people the point, I think that not even just a point, but the desire that people have in wanting to be understood is such like a primal carnal kind of feeling. And so when you have that with someone and it's organic, it's not forced and it just feels right, then those are the people you need to pursue oftentimes relationships with. And I feel like you had that moment, you let me know. And then when I got to know you, I felt the same way and it became this kind of mutuality. And I think that a lot of relationships are missing mutuality. You realize like, oh, this block is one way. Yep. And then instead of going back and up and
there's a dead end. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm just stuck here forever. Like, no, you have a choice. You can actually curate the relationships you want in your life. You know, the energy. Like I think I told you the example, which is like, I feel like more, you know, people put more energy into what phone case they want than they do than the people they want in their lives.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And you know, like my phone case, I want my people sparkly.
There you go. Oh,
So-
I love that.
and so I've been able, luckily, to have that. And when I don't, I course correct accordingly.
There you go.
I put that lightly.
It's your life. Hire and fire accordingly.
No, seriously.
That's correct.
No,
Yeah.
it's true. So, but no, I'm so glad that you came. Because here's another thing. At that moment, you could have had a choice to not address me at all. And like, oh, you know what? She made me feel good. She seems really cool. And like, all right. I hope I happen to cross paths with you later. But no, you were proactive in making that choice for yourself. Like, no, I want to actively stalk this person, or I actively want to talk to them, or like find out what, you know, people we have in common, or what have you. And you did that. And to me, that's the biggest gift that you gave to yourself. The fact that you were intentional in something that you wanted. Not so much meeting me, but the choice that you made for yourself, you went for it, right? Because to me, ambition without audacity is an atrocity, right? So a lot of times people's
I'll
dreams,
start writing this shit
you can
Take notes.
It's fine. When I edit this, I'm just gonna write it all
But
down.
it's true, because I love, I mean, and don't get me wrong, and I hear it all the time, that people talk about their dreams. I'm like, okay, but if you don't have the willingness and the audacity to actually try to meet them, then it's pointless.
Right.
You know?
It's just a New Year's resolution that doesn't get met.
Right.
Exactly,
Yep.
100%. So you didn't do that. You made it happen.
Yep.
And I was like, well, the least I can do when someone decides that for themselves is respect it and reciprocate.
Right.
Because that's what I would want for myself, and you did, and I'm grateful. And now I'm here.
Ding.
Subscribe.
See
Subscribe.
what happens? See what happens when you answer my email.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, but that was a good day. I remember it was like 500 people or something crazy in the audience, and I was like, oh my god, I love what you said, and you know, I was like, okay. But then for some reason, talking to you, I was like, oh no, she's actually someone I would like want to talk to.
Yeah.
So it was a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the
So
love.
much
But I think
Yeah, I
that
love it.
when you put someone on a pedestal, I think you make it harder for yourself to meet them, right?
Oh yeah.
If you start to find the commonalities that you have with them, it makes it easier, because this person could have accomplished X, Y, and Z. You don't know what they went through or where they started, right? So you putting them on a pedestal, I think, is a disservice to yourself, because you're making them more than what they are when they're just an average person who achieved X, Y, and Z.
Sure. No, that makes sense. I mean, look, there's a friend I used to be way closer with, and I recall, and I know we all have friends like this, Lord have mercy, bless their hearts. They're very self-deprecating, right? You know, they'll be the ones like when you guys are getting ready to go out or something, and they look in the mirror, they're like, oh, you're so much prettier than me, and you can pull that color off, and you know, and then I'm just like,
Well, stay home then.
it's like, listen,
Because I can't
like,
tolerate it. I can't.
you said stay home, then I can't. But it's like, listen, I did not learn violin for a reason, because every time you talk, I would play it, right? And I can't do it. And I tell people all the time, like, if I decide that you are important to me, that means I rock with you.
Right.
That means you're not even on a pedestal, you're on a stage because all of us are standing on it.
Right.
Right. And I can't have people do that because I'm like, I'm not gonna put my energy into validating yourself in a way that you don't validate yourself.
Right.
So like, I can't do it.
Right.
And it's just, it really hurts my heart when there's so many people, both women and men, because I cannot leave them out the equation here, that they suffer from the same
They
thing.
need that like constant reassurance.
Correct.
I can't do it. It's exhausting.
I can't.
And I
We
feel
cannot.
like, I mean, you said that and it put me back to like 21-year-old me with a certain amount of friends or whatever, and definitely having those, no, you look good, girl, you look good. It's like, all right, well, you stay home then, okay? Now those people no longer party with me.
Yeah.
Now they're gallivanting in the ghetto. They could have
They're
just.
the ones who are keeping the car warm.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
They're keeping the car
They're
warm.
keeping the car warm. Damn, that's got cold. It got cold. So for me, every
Gotta
time
kick 'em off the
I used to
stage.
think like every time someone would say something negative about themselves, and it's very evident that they're seeking you
Right.
to, for that verbal love, so to speak. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start saying, "Girl, you're right.
There you go. Yeah, just agree with
You're
them.
just right," just to see what their reaction is. And I'm like, look, if you think that about yourself, and you think I chose to spend time with you, you think about that about yourself, that means you think that about me, right?
Right.
Because that's what determines what
Reflection.
relationships I have. The relationship I have with myself. The relationship I have with myself is pretty damn fly. And those are the people I hang with.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
It's just exhausting.
It's
Right.
exhausting.
It's like, you're not sure if they need that reassurance or if they're fishing for compliments or if they truly feel that way. Whatever it is, they need to go figure that out. Because it's a lot.
And
Yeah.
not on girls' night when you're trying to go out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Not tonight.
you know you look good, girl. Shut up.
That's a
Let's go. Like, let's go. Nobody has time. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I
Free
have a-
before 10.
I have
Let's
a-
go.
How do you deal with this? This is too much. And also, this podcast is a little bit of a lie. Do you know why?
Why? Call us out. Call us out.
Y'all say that you're regular mentiras. All lies.
All lies.
This is lies. Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but we all know the truth.
Just regular, regular in the little studio, nothing
Yeah.
major.
Basic and
On our
beauty
little
studio.
show, in our little podcast.
Yeah, with your little bubbles from Austria.
Not that local shit. Not that local.
They're like, we
I
just
swear,
named
you know,
it.
someone-
We just named the
Oh,
the
for sure.
episode. Not that
This
local
is
shit.
Tiffany, not that local shit.
Yeah, someone's gonna steal that,
I
and
know.
we're gonna be so angry.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's today's date? How much is a trademark? Let's get on
let's
this.
get it together.
Let's get
Somebody.
As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna make a shirt.
I love how that's become like the risk. Make that a shirt.
Make it a
first.
shirt. Make
it a
Yeah,
shirt.
make that a shirt first, and that's
Like,
how you
I did it
know
first.
you're real.
What Ray J say? I hit it first.
I
did it first.
Oh wow, we're up to
Live
the recording Ray J. Wow.
It's because it's fancy.
I would not have agreed to this.
Austria bubbles.
It's this fault.
I can't. Oh my goodness.
Don't blame me.
I
My
can't.
cheeks already hurt.
So I'm curious, who is on your personal board of directors? Like, who are the people that you feel you consult with, that back you up? Like, who's your tribe?
Jos is part of my tribe, of course.
I'll be.
I feel like my tribe now is definitely I've tweaked my tribe
Okay.
since the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So Jos is a new member of my tribe, but she's a very important
Congratulations.
member
I
of my
made it.
tribe.
Hashtag Mama, I made it.
Right. Bitter, that's in the bedroom. We're not gonna say her name because we say her name enough. Bitter is a little bitter. 'Cause remember when we went to breakfast? She's like, "You want to sit next to your little best friend?"
Oh,
But
that's,
she-
that's how you know, like,
Your little best friend. Shade. Anyways, that's why we call her bitter. But she is number one in my tribe.
She's listening. If she's listening, so I'm not gonna say anything
She's gonna listen. She does watch and listen to every episode.
Every episode.
because she's a subscriber.
Yes.
Or she
Hint.
wants to see how many times we say her name.
Yeah.
There's that.
That's it.
Okay, Beyonce. Same.
Right, same thing. But no, my tribe and my go-to people are definitely Jos, my sister. Roy has become part of my tribe. My mom is in my tribe. My best friend Jody has been in my tribe before she even wanted to be in my tribe. But yeah, I feel like I have Damaris, of course. I feel like I had maybe like let's say, I'm exaggerating, but let's say 10 or 15 people that I thought were in my tribe. And then 2020 happened and life happened and real shit happened. And then my tribe shrunk. And I started handpicking people.
So let me ask you a question. So then was there ever like a formal discussion of like, hey, here's your exit package?
No, I just kicked those hoes out.
Okay.
That's it. They had to go.
Okay. All right.
Afuera.
R.I.P. to them hoes.
R.I.P. to them hoes.
One of them got to go.
One of them got to go.
Wow.
They just had to get kicked off the stage. That's
No,
fine.
I hear you. I hear you.
So now they're in the audience.
That's so fast.
They could still like and
They
subscribe.
can still like and subscribe.
Wow.
Or you can watch it to hate and talk shit later. That works too, because
That's
the view
fine.
still works. The view still go
That still
up.
counts.
True. It
Yep.
still counts.
It still counts. Those views still
And
go
that's the thing I
up.
tell people all the time. I'm like, look, love or hate, it requires the same amount of energy.
Yeah.
Right?
And I feel like hating somebody requires even more
Oh,
energy.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, note to self, stay on your good list. Yowza.
I just been cutting people off and then just be like, who? Oh no, I don't know that person. The whole Mariah Carey thing, Jennifer who? No.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
No, I don't
There's
know
a
that person.
there's a conversation I had with someone recently, like asking for some advice and 2 cents, and I'm always I take that seriously, right? Because I think it's a gift when someone's like, "Oh, I want to hear from you, what your thoughts are," and it's fantastic. And and I don't mean to downplay. I think sometimes some of the questions they ask me, but I do get a little concerned when I'm like, so. Who else did you ask these questions to? Like, to me, I don't know. I guess when I think about a situation where I'm going to require your advice or I need to pick your brain or something like that, it's something substantial. It is something that goes beyond the scope of what my normal crew, my normal tribe
Right.
can either not so much manage or handle, but just, you know what, I don't got this. And I can admit that, and you should seek outside consultation, right?
I can only take it so far.
Get some quotes elsewhere, right? And that's fine, and I appreciate that. But then sometimes when I hear, okay, what's the thing that fell outside the realm of your initial people? I'm like, that was kind of, that's regular. And if your people can't handle that, or
Right.
if you felt that they didn't give you the right advice, I'm thinking like, okay, well, that's a bigger question. When are you hoes gonna leave?
Right,
'Cause,
why are you
to-
here?
Why are you still here? And that's always really surprising to me, because I do think that I don't know, time, I mean, when we talked about this a little bit earlier, I have no sense of time anymore.
Yeah.
Like there are things that I did last week that I felt like I did 6 months ago. There are things I did yesterday that I felt like, oh, that was this morning. Like I'm completely confused with time. And I was, put it this way, I was like that prior to the beginning of the pandemic, and I think it's just
Oh, yeah, it's just made it
exacerbated.
worse.
Like it's just made it worse. But what's really interesting is that time, in a lot of ways, and both I think personally and professionally, there's this like variable of time where it's kind of like the ultimate gold medal. Like, oh, I've known this person since the 2nd grade.
Right.
And I'm like, great. And you're 43 and you guys have nothing in common.
Right.
And they actually really seek pleasure in your demise.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's your bestie.
Exactly. And that's what gets me. I'm like, as much as I evolve, I expect my relationships to
Right.
as well. And I think that's really hard for some people. But
It's okay for people to grow apart.
100%.
And grow and learn. I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm definitely the same person I was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
And you shouldn't be.
You don't gotta
That's
like
right.
hold on.
Yeah.
So tight.
And it's not one or the other, meaning, oh, you talk or you don't talk. Sometimes it's just, oh, we speak once in a while, or we
Yeah.
actually got to hang more now. Just, again, it evolves. And I think people should embrace evolution a little bit more when it comes to the people in their lives, and not just like what they look like, what they wear, what they can afford, where
Right.
they go. So,
You're absolutely right.
yeah. What about you? Because I know we've had a lot of stories over the years about the evolution of your tribe.
Yes. Who
Yeah.
is in your tribe?
It's changed a lot, and I think to what Mel said, the pandemic changed it as well, because I mean, I wasn't kicking hoes to the curb kind of thing, but I feel like I gained a lot of.
She's hoe inclusive.
I love all the hoes.
I love all them hoes.
Oh my God! Shout out to Ray J again. Just kidding. That's terrible. That's terrible.
But I gained this virtual tribe that I didn't know, A, that I needed, B, that you could get support from someone who was on the same journey as you, but started in a different place, and you've never met before in your life, but you can get that same support from this person. So I feel like mine has grown, and everyone plays like a different part in it.
Sure.
So, I mean, I've known Mel for years,
I was
but
saying,
it wasn't.
what year did you guys actually meet? That I don't know.
I don't even know, because I was Ashley and I were just like along for the ride because we were the little sisters, 7 years younger than her and bitter. So I was just like, we were always around.
I feel like you have to take a shot every time you say bitter. It's a new drinking game. I just want to introduce that to the show.
Yeah.
See, she's just bringing new stuff.
Every
See?
time.
Innovation. Okay, sorry.
No, but we've always been, I feel like all my life, I don't remember you not being in my life some way,
Agreed,
somehow.
right, yep.
But this just kind of happened because of like social media. We like the same shows. And then I played around with podcast ideas. She played around with it. And then it was like, let's just do it together. Like, well, why not?
Yeah.
So it's like, we say this all the time is people are getting to know us, but we're also getting to know each other. So, and it's beautiful. I love her.
You too.
Oh my God. Get a room.
Gonna drink to that.
I will drink to that.
So beautiful.
Like, I know when I send her anything about the podcast, or she sends me, or anything random that we see, like, I know that she's gonna be as excited as I am. Like, I'm like a little kid, like, look at this, and she's like, oh my God, it's amazing. I'm like, I know. Like, we're just probably both real. If they put us in a room, we'd probably be really annoying, especially if we're talking about the podcast, because we think it's the best thing
We
since
think
sliced
we're
bread.
hilarious.
So yes, like,
Well,
oh my
first
God,
of all,
we're so
you
funny.
are.
Yeah.
Although, again, liars. They're not regular, nor
We're
are they
funny
regular.
liars.
I'm currently doing the research. It's a bunch of BS. No, the thing that I always get a kick out of, particularly with you, when people have said to me, like, oh, she's really quiet and shy. I know we've talked a lot about that as well. I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you talking about? I don't know who
But
you're
that's because she
talking
don't
about.
like you.
Yeah. I don't know that person.
Yeah, so it's always, I mean, I'm sure you've like heard that about her, or people like, That's so fascinating. Because that also, because at least for me, I learned that people's perception of you is also going to kind of impact the tribe that people think you have or want. And so a lot of times there are people who try to kind of insert themselves into my life in a way that there's like, you don't have that role and you're never going to have that role. But
just because they see you and they made that assumption.
You know, but you're outgoing and you're this and you're that. I'm like, okay, yes, that's right. And I meet those qualifications. I'm not seeking applications. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm always curious how that impacts you.
And it's funny because people don't realize the energy that it takes too. Because you hear a lot of these people that are very extrovert, outgoing. Once that camera's gone, that microphone's done, whatever, they are like recluse. Like, I am sticking to myself. Don't talk to me. I'm good. Right?
We talked about this. I'm like, I'm an introvert that knows how to extrovert the shit out of anything. Yeah,
I'm introvertedly extrovert. Like, we always talk, once this is done, I'm on that couch, on my TV, and Emil don't stop talking to me. Like, that's it. Here, I'm like, hey, hi, come on over.
Now I know that I have to say bye to you before everything shuts down. Because she's
That's
gonna be
it, it's a wrap.
We're done.
Like, I will snatch this wig off. Ja, it's done.
like, I was like, I was like, yeah, you're dead to her. Everything's off.
Your purpose has been fulfilled.
Correct.
The lights are off. We're done.
Exactly. That's right.
Find your way
out. I can't.
I mean, I really didn't realize how important it is to find your tribe, or even to do that, because I think just naturally we grow up with whoever. Like, yes, Jadi's my best friend. We've known each other since we were 7. We've grown together. She moved to Arizona, came back. We've been apart, and we always come back together. We can go 2 months without speaking, and as soon as we go out to lunch, we don't skip a beat. Those are the kind of friendships that I need, because I can't really do needy friends that like you meet every single day. I just can't. I'm not even that I can't. I don't want to.
Right.
So
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah, like if you need that kind of friend, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But if you call me at 2 a.m. and you're like, Mel, I just need somebody to talk to. What's up? Like, I'll be your girl. I'll always be that girl. But every day is a lie.
I like the energy. She's like,
But
don't be that person.
Don't be that.
Don't be that person. Don't be that.
Like, you remember those girls in school?
That went to the bathroom together.
Yes, like I could pee by myself. Yeah. I didn't need a buddy.
By myself.
I don't need a buddy for everything. Yeah. We're just like, oh, you going to the nail salon? I'll go with you. You going to the no?
I didn't ask you.
Actually, this is a really good reminder. So I when I was in Austria, I had a conversation with this really lovely woman that I happened to meet in a cafe, and it was I was like, hey,
yes, that's how you gotta laugh.
That's so terrible, and I wish that we could record it and have it as a button and irritate every other guest.
I feel like I'm going to figure that out. It's gonna go right here where the circles go.
Terrible.
Need the circles.
Circles. Oh my, that's the shape of triangles, that sound. And we were talking and she's like, oh, tell me about yourself, the whole thing. And I'm telling her, oh, I'm here, people don't say vacation. I'm like, I'm here on holiday.
On holiday, darling, on holiday.
I'm here on holiday. And, she's, oh, great. She's like, where's your husband? Or where's your family? Or are you here with children? It's like, no, it's just me. I'm not kidding. I'm like, no.
No, none of that. None of those accessories.
No.
Just me.
No. And I'm thinking, okay, this is now the 8th no. Like, she just has to stop talking and let me actually.
Let me tell you who I
tell you
am.
my narrative. And then, because she's, oh, so.
What's wrong with you?
Did you travel here by yourself? It's like, yes. She's like,
From 1950. Apparently.
but then that's the thing. There's so many people that I meet. And again, I think more so, at least in my experience, more women than people identify as men. And it's just been really fascinating because there are a lot of people I know who won't even go to the movie theater by themselves or have dinner by themselves or drink by themselves or whatever the case may be. And, another thing that breaks my heart, I'm like, oh, I just wish that people would enjoy their
yourself.
own company,
Yeah.
right? Because oftentimes to me, when you meet new people, et cetera, I'm like, look, you're not going to. Not only am I going to not let you disturb my peace, that's not an option.
Kicked off the stage real quick.
Crazy ho. No, that's not an option. But then also, I think you're not competing with other people. You're competing with my own company, right? So if I enjoy my own company,
why are you here?
and then you require a lot of work, no, I'm just going to hang over here by myself.
Yeah.
So it's been that's another fascinating thing.
Yeah, I have a checklist of things that I want to do by myself because I never really do things by myself.
Please, I want to hear them. We would like to hear them. Yes. Let's discuss.
So I'm I got out of a 14-year relationship, so I always had somebody to do everything with.
I'm sorry,
no,
you just glazed over that. Hold on a second.
You can say
hold on.
congratulations.
Did you say 14?
14.
That's another thing we have in common.
Yes, we had these long relationships.
Drawn out.
Cut the fucking cord.
Seriously.
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's why our original tribe ain't here, because they let us stay in those relationships. The new tribe
Wouldn't do that.
Tribe, the bitch.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You're staying too long.
Oh my goodness.
I need an honest tribe. I don't like yes people. Tell me you are doing the wrong thing.
I would love to have been there that day. This is like a gavel. She's like, your tribe membership has expired.
Oh, be gone.
Wow.
So I always did dinner, movies, whatever. So I'm like, I want to go to dinner and have dinner by myself. I don't want no strangers coming over. I don't like small talk. If I ever have to get in an Uber, I just tell them, you don't have to talk to me. Don't feel just put the music on. Just don't talk to me. So I want to go to dinner by myself. I want to sit at a nice bar and have a drink by myself. Go to the movies. I just want to do things by myself just to see what it's about. Why not?
The pandemic was not yet.
Right. This is literally right now, my plans, the Delta variant.
Yeah.
I have to eat here by myself now. Not at
What did you call it? You called it a mild girl summer, I think.
It was a mild. Mm-hmm.
Mild.
Hot girl summer update. It's been mild. We're still here.
Oh my God. Well, if you're getting out of a 14-year relationship, it's technically never mild. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I got out of a 14-year relationship in a fucking pandemic. That was stupid.
That is what was mild. Okay.
That was cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
I can't.
If I could do it again, I would do it a year or two prior.
2019.
So that I could have enjoyed it.
Get a couple weekends.
For real.
Exactly.
You want to see who you are and really be discover who you are. Be by yourself in the pandemic. Live by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That is terribly true.
I feel like there's still time to do that.
Oh yeah,
for a lot of people.
I feel like round 2 is coming. So if you don't know, if you didn't get to know yourself in the pandemic, round 1, round 2, you'll have another opportunity.
Yeah, there are a handful of relationships that changed for me during the pandemic. I shouldn't say during the pandemic. I see if it's gone because we're still in it.
Right.
But no, it's been really interesting, and also I got to kind of, I know that sounds very cliche, I got to reconnect with myself, but I did.
It's a real
It was
thing.
really nice. It's a real thing. And it was a huge gift. And I was like, damn, I forgot how amazing. Right? Oh my God, I have a blast. That's exactly
I'm fucking lit. What do you mean? What do you mean?
No,
you're welcome.
This is how I describe my TikToks and my Reels. These are fire.
Right.
Why are they not getting more views? That's how I feel about myself.
Exactly.
I am fire. fire.
These are fire.
Yes.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Now there are some times I'm like, yo, I'm fucking annoying, but I can do that to myself. I can check myself,
Yeah.
and I've been. I thought that I thought that I was like an excellent girlfriend, and now reflecting back on that relationship,
What made you think you were an excellent
I don't know. I think I'm
girlfriend?
excellent at everything
Okay.
until either somebody tells me
I
otherwise,
appreciate the honesty.
or I check myself. And
Before her self is wrecked.
right. So there are some things that have been brought to light during
There's something I've been brought
This
to light. I just want to actually just
Go
really
ahead.
quick
No.
disclaimer. Like, we swear this is the first drink, right?
This is
the first drink.
this is
Like,
the first
I was like, you know what? We're giving we drank a bottle prior to this vibes, and that is not
this
an accurate
is those
statement.
Austria bubbles. That's what this is.
Yeah, they're a little stronger, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Okay. Sorry.
It's been brought to my attention that I'm not as great as I think that I am. As far as like, I'll give you an example.
Okay, please do.
So hold on, because I think production has to pause. No, you good? Never mind. Sorry, don't look at me like that. Okay. So, you're saying something now. No, there's another over there. But we're good. We're extra good.
making sure that we get the next bottle ready.
And I had this conversation with my girlfriend Bonnie because she's in a similar space as I am. And I said, did you realize that you're not a good girlfriend? And she was like, yes, me too. So the example is
Wow.
when I am mad or when I am upset, the expectation for me is you need to like, what's wrong? What can I do? Bring me something that I like, make me feel better, make me feel pretty, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give the same that I expect to receive. So if I am dating you and now you are mad at me and I'm like, like get the fuck over it. What do you mean? Like, why are you mad? I'm not mad, so you shouldn't be mad. But then I'll get mad if you're still mad. And that wasn't something that
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. I'm fucking irritating sometimes. Like I'm amazing, but I'm also quite irritating. Like
Yeah.
that's not fair.
Is it just in romantic relationships, or do you do this with your
No,
friendships?
just romantic relationships. I'm
Then
a
how come
brat.
you don't do that with your friends then? How do you have the, like, I guess the kind of self-regulation to recognize that you don't do that with your friends, but you do that in romantic relationships?
Because I'm just like a brat in relationships. I've realized that.
Wow.
Like a 33-year-old brat.
Wow.
It's true, but I'm working on it. Because I
Okay.
recognized it.
She faced it and embraced it.
That's it. I
That's it.
recognized it. I'm doing. I'm trying.
Wow. Wow, this got
Self-awareness.
Get me
But
a
I
paddle.
right.
This got deep. This got real deep. Okay.
I'm like, I thought I was fabulous, and I was like, no, that's not really healthy. Like, because if I will put myself in other people's shoes, and I'm like, if I treated somebody if somebody treated me the way I treated them, I'd be like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
So I got to be nicer. That's the moral of the story.
Wow. Well, I appreciate how
Really-
nice you've been to me. I appreciate
Really
this.
well, self-awareness.
Yeah, it's just like
Levels.
I thought I had it all. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't.
She's like, hose, I do not.
I do not. I do not. I got one foot on the stage and one foot in the crowd. Like
It's so fascinating.
I feel like me and my best friend talk about this all the time. Like on paper,
Yeah.
like I'm like somebody's wife. Like hello, snatch me up. But when you get to know me and all the craziness, it's like, oh, you need patience. Like,
Wow.
you need patience. I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm okay with it.
You know, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. These podcasts are educational.
Yes,
Educational.
This is the
I'm gonna add
educational
that category.
Education.
Yes.
It's really education.
Yep.
Yeah, education. Yes. I love it.
Gotta educate those local hoes.
Don't open a school. Just do me a favor. Don't open a school. As much as I love you, girl. Don't.
People want to enroll in the Basic and Boujie Academy.
I think so. We could be virtual.
We
until
could.
further
Could.
notice.
Okay, I got a fun question for you.
Go ahead.
You're supposedly basic.
Allegedly.
Lies. No, this is bougie. What would my like, I feel like you have to assign us like the third word, honorary word, to every guest that comes on the show. So it's like basic, bougie, and
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
you should give everybody a word.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I have to think.
Yeah. So just meddle on it. I know you have your secret notebook of
I do.
how to take over the world notes here.
Also,
So.
just for me to say my fucking script.
I was trying to be a little smoother. Jesus. No, I think
No, I
that'd be
like that
fun.
idea.
I'm a little scared of what my word's going to be, though. That's okay.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Well,
It won't be
when we-
peasant. It won't be peasant.
You know what? That's basic bougie and peasantry.
And peasantries.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. The sweatpant collection I have would actually support that word anyway. It's okay.
It's
fine.
loungewear.
It's loungewear.
It's
Oh,
loungewear.
Oh, look at you with the
See?
rebranding.
Okay.
It's fancy.
Loungewear.
Loungewear.
A basic wear? No wear.
That was.
I'm not ready.
What is that one?
Which is that one?
No, I didn't mean that one. This one.
That one. Basic wear? No wear.
No,
Oh my God.
I don't even know my own buttons.
I can't. So do you
And you
have-
labeled them.
Well, circles.
After several margaritas.
You should actually just put shapes on here, like different
Why
shapes,
not?
and let people.
Right? Figure out what it is.
See what happens
Like,
when you
what's this parallelogram do?
Oh my God. I haven't heard that word before.
That's right. And I got impressed by peasantry. You over here
See?
getting impressed by parallelogram.
Woo! Took me back.
Isosceles, bitch. Sorry, this is terrible.
Somebody's kid's gonna know what that is.
I know.
A lot of adults won't.
We did say this was educational,
We did.
so I'm not
We did.
concerned. Yeah.
No.
So, I feel like you came up with, like, she's very thoughtful around her questions oftentimes,
She
and I
is.
feel a lot of pressure to, like, make sure I address them all.
Don't
Because I
feel
don't want to be
pressure.
cut off.
No,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
I feel a lot of pressure.
So my cheeks still hurt from laughing. But so I know we joked about people put more thought into what their captions on Instagram, you know, the grams and the TikToks and stuff are, and not so much who they allow in and out of their life. So I think one example could be, let's take it to the grams again. You create a whole new Instagram.
See, I'm always so,
So that
greedy.
you
Every
can-
time someone says graham, I'm like, ooh, crackers.
Yes.
So greedy.
Where?
Where?
Anyway, sorry.
So you create a whole new, or you filter through who's coming into your feed because I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to follow this. This is too negative. This is too, you know, whatever. But we don't do that in our real life, right? So I think we already started talking about your tribe and who's in your tribe, but how do you, I guess, really take inventory of who's in your life? There's certain people, right, work-wise, you have to deal with.
Right.
Anyone other than that, it may be a little harder to be like, I can't have you in my life right now. Like, I guess, I don't know if you have the eloquent answer to this of like,
How do you kick
letting
the
them
hoes
hoes
off
loose.
the stage? Want to know how to kick those hoes off the stage? Well, you have to come back next week.